AgWeek Weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
As January comes to a close, what kind of weather can the region expect? Here's Lydia with our Agri-weather outlook.
Checking in on your current snow so far this season. Up to 20.5 inches in Grand Forks, a little over a foot, Fargo, Bismarck, a little over 2 feet in Duluth with a current little snow system that has passed through that region, the Arrowhead of Minnesota recently. About 10 inches Minneapolis, only 5 inches in Sioux Falls, which is actually less snow than some of those spots down on the Gulf Coast got within the past couple of weeks with that big snowstorm. Then I wanted to look at, where does this stack up with what's normal for this time of year? And everyone is in a snow drought of some sort. We're about 16 inches behind through the Fargo area. Similar story, Bismarck, nearly 8 inches behind in Grand Forks. Check out Duluth, though. Even with that bigger snow that they just had, 26 inches behind normal snowfall so far this year. 9 inches behind in Rapid City, Sioux Falls, about 18 inches. So a lot of us exceeding a foot when it comes to how far behind we are on snowfall, which of course is leading into a snow drought. Now, with all these lovely mild temperatures that we have had here at the end of January, we've done a lot of melting, and your snow depth, your current snow pack, has shrank too. You can actually see just with the contour on the map, there is no snow left down to the south, and up to the north, still just a little bit of snow on the ground. Duluth has the highest because of that recent snowstorm that they just had, but 2 inches in Grand Forks, an inch in the Fargo area, Trace, Bismarck, Minneapolis, and then 0 in Rapid City and in Sioux Falls. Because of the lack of snow down to the south, southern Minnesota, even into Iowa, South Dakota, that allowed your temperatures to really warm up this past week, where you were in the 50s and the 60s. Further to the north, temperatures were in the 30s and the 40s, again, thanks to that snow on the ground. The sun's energy goes into melting the snow before it can go into boosting your temperature. The latest drought monitor hasn't changed very much, which makes sense, of course, because we haven't had much for snow moisture. A lot of us under at least some level of drought, worst further out to the west, where you notice those reds on the map, the Montana, North Dakota border down through South Dakota and the Black Hills. Couple spots doing okay, the Devil's Lake area and the Minneapolis Twin Cities area. As we transition here into February, here's my general thinking for what we're expecting. I do expect below average temperatures. The jet stream is dropping down to our south. For areas to the north, that means high temperatures in the single digits, in the teens, and areas down to the south a little bit warmer than that. You're looking at teens to the 20s. And of course, average changes throughout the month of February, warming up toward the latter parts of February. And I do expect to see more active and wetter pattern, so there is some chances to see some snow as we get kind of a wavy jet stream that allows little waves of energy to move through and produce some periodic snows. Here's your upper flow pattern, your jet stream, if you will. It drops down to the south as we head throughout this week, allowing colder pockets of Canadian air to then follow in suit and seep down to the south, while the mild air that we had this past week skirts off to the south and off to the southeast. So colder air is sliding in. Do expect a cool down as we go throughout the first few days of February with periodic chances for snow. We'll continue to watch it throughout the month.